Hey guys, what's happening? It's Friday. Happy Friday to everybody. It's about 25 degrees outside and we get this Hyundai all ready to go here. I didn't bring a lot of video on this car and what I was doing. It's been a really super hectic week. Snowplowed every day this week and I've picked away at this an hour here, 2 hours there, getting it ready. But basically, this job consists of a bumper cover, which has already been painted and it's off the car currently, a new fender, splash shield, a little inner structure repair, not a ton, maybe an hour's worth, and blend a hood and blend the door once I paint this fender. So I just wanted to kind of show you guys what was going on here, and I'll take you guys into the old mixing room here. I've got everything wiped down real good. A couple guys left me some comments like, hey, show us how it turns out. Well, I'm going to try and do a paint video here. I have relocated my kitty cat to the interior of this building and set him up with his bed and all his goodies in there and some heat, so he is out of the way. First of all, I don't want to harm a kitty cat, and second of all, I do not want a kitty cat jumping on my nice wet clear coat when I get the hood painted. So what I got going here, I got this little door bezel here. The door handle would kind of be on this side, and this is what covers up the end of it. That broke taking it out, okay? So I just got a pair of needle nose on it, holding it. I'm just setting up here, and I've sprayed it with adhesion promoter. Okay, after I scuffed it and wiped it down, I've got an 800 scratch in that, so we use that adhesion promoter, put 2 coats of that on there real quick. I've just cleaned this gun and we're going to mix up some sealer. I've got a couple of spots that I want to seal, and I want to seal that. I had taken the, excuse me, trying to collect my thoughts. I had to take the mounting bolts for the fender and I sandblasted them. They were crusty. So I put etch primer on them, a little shot earlier, mounted them, and I'm just going to put some sealer over that etch because I like that kind. Just bolts. You know, some places might just paint right over that gobbledygoo, whatever, and that's not how I do it. So we use some of the Matrix 127 sealer because it's what I got. I've talked before in my video from the other day that I've switched to the DeBeer paint line because I can't get the Matrix anymore, and usually when I get paint it's because I need it right now. I don't have time to wait for paint, otherwise I would probably order some. I just don't have the time to deal with waiting around for stuff because a lot of my work is quick turnover work. So I just kind of, Matrix kind of brought me up into the light ages and learning some things. And now we're just changing things up a little. I hate changing because I got a whole cabinet full of stuff. Okay, 127 sealer is 4 to 1. We're just going to mix to the 1 because I really don't need hardly any of that. Get down low enough so I can read that mixing cup. Kind of a pain mixing up small quantities, but we're going to do what we got to do here. I don't have any sort of aerosol product with which to treat it with. I did seal the exterior of that fender the other day, but I've since scuffed it. I'm not going to reseal the whole thing. I'm just going to spot in a couple things around those bolts and seal that little bezel. Okay, get a respirator on here. I've had a lot of, let's see how much of this you guys can actually see in here. That camera's really close. had a lot of people asking about what kind of filters and respirator and generally things like that. 3M. There's the part number. This is one I use. These are 20 to 30 bucks depending on where you buy them. They're 20 bucks at my jobber, and if I go to the auto parts store or something like that, they're almost 30. But these have got the charcoal canister back here and a little gauzy type filter over the front. These masks are good for 40 hours, 40 hours of exposure to air. So that means in the paint booth or in your shop time. As soon as you're done, it needs to be in a Ziploc bag. The clock starts the moment you tear that bag open. Okay? And if you keep it in a sealed container and don't have 40 hours of use time on it, but 30 days has passed, throw it out. It's done. Your lungs are not replaceable. Well, they are, but I think they're really expensive. So let's go on the premise of take care of your lungs. Get some gloves on here and we'll strain some sealer and we'll do some sealage. Put this in my, I don't know if it's in the frame, but my little Devilbiss SRI touch-up gun. It's got a 1.0 tip in it, and since I'm just doing something tiny and it's sealer, it sprays it good. This thing will actually spray some of the light-bodied primers as well. I don't know that I would get too carried away with it, but if you just got a little bitty job, you can force her to come out. I have faith in you guys. Now when I go to base and clear this, I will suit up, but I'm just going to put some sealer on this stuff real quick. There we go. I also had a couple of people leaving comments about asking how my wood furnace stove is doing, and it's doing good. I haven't been here enough to run it hard, but I've been running it at a medium setting on the little thermostat on the door that runs the damper, and I can go about 14 hours on that medium setting, and I can keep it, I think it was 52 when I got in here this morning, and it was 10 outside. So, if that tells you anything. Here's the gun, this dude right here. I don't spray at a very high PSI, maybe 18 or 20. It's just got a teeny weeny tip in it. If you're going to spray something bigger, you can jack it up to like, probably 25, 26, but for this we don't need it. Just checking to make sure I don't have any bare spots or anything that I didn't bop some etch over real quick, but it looks like I'm good. So let's go clean this gun out. We're gonna leave this baby roll, at least for a little bit. I might break the video up for you guys because I tried uploading that 45-minute ass kicker the other day, and in the last 5 minutes it failed. YouTube booted it. It took too long. It took almost 24 hours to upload it, which sucks. That's ridiculous. My internet is so slow. That was way too much sealer, but it is what it is. Alright, I'll get this bad boy cleaned up. It's been a while since I've done any videos on this kind of stuff, so just let the camera roll. Yeah, so as soon as I finish this one, we had a 2013 Chevy Cruze. It's got to come in here, and it's a fender, hood, bumper, deer hit, and it's sitting out in a snowdrift outside. Plus I still have that truck cab, so it's going to be a busy month. Hopefully the snow will let up for me, because I am not making a whole hell of a lot of progress with all that snow. I had to plow the Habitat for Humanity restore this morning, which set me back 2 hours. And I've had the heat cranking in here all day, trying to warm the steel up on that car. It was only about 60 degrees, and it's still kind of cold toward the floor, so I got to be careful. And you notice at the beginning of the video I had the fender and the hood covered. That's because those are blend panels, and I don't want this fender color way out in the middle of that hood, so I've covered them up, hoping to keep them from getting overspray on them. I mean, of course I should keep the overspray off of them. That's the whole idea. I like these little squirt bottles. I'm sure you could go to somewhere where they sell restaurant supplies or whatever and get ketchup bottles and use those for cleaner bottles. I don't know how they stand up to the solvent though. I use this kind to clean my guns. I have not found a lacquer thinner that cleans guns as decent as that. A lot of the, like the Napa brand, the Finish One or whatever that, it might be Martin Sr. makes it or whoever, it just, man, it just doesn't get the crap out of them. And then I have, it's a gun stripper, and I'll use that after I'm all done for the day and rinse some of that through there, and I still get pieces parts of clear out of guns. It's amazing. You think things are clean until you run that through it, and it curdles it up like cottage cheese. Give this one more a little rinsey, and then we'll mix some base coat up. What do you say? It's been a long time. Last time I picked up a paint gun other than painting the bumper cover for this was in Kansas City. So, it's been a while. There we go. Must have some residue that was holding that on, because that shouldn't be that tight. We're going to let this thing sit wet for a little bit. Just in case there is a little bit more sealer residue in there. Boing! Stuff's been in the cabinet, it's cold. I had all my paint and stuff in my bathroom inside the building where I have a little bit of heat, keeping it warm. I have some base, probably about that much left over. I mixed a half a quart, which is a quart sprayable. That's what I have left from painting the bumper and jamming the fender the other day. So this stuff covers awesome. Awesome sauce. So we've got that. I'm just going to use that until it's gone, and then I'll mix fresh from the can. We'll go ahead. As soon as I find my gun. There we go. We'll stick this in the old Satajet here. The old Satajet 3000. And we'll see what happens. If it sprays like crap, sometimes these little caps here that are the vent get some dried paint in them. Let's. Oh, that looks clear as a bell. It's got like a little button that goes down in there, like a pin that keeps it open, I guess. So we got that. Let's. I'm gonna get suited up with my paint suit, and I'll bring you guys back in a minute. All right. It's time to base coat. What do you guys say? Well, I say we should put a respirator on. Got my zoot suit on. We're ready. As ready as we're gonna get. Like we got paint. This will be more of a ground coat than anything. I just kind of give it a little shake it up. I've also got a spray out card. And I've got some tape on the back of it. If you guys don't use these, I recommend them. Those things are expensive as hell. Those are the metal ones. Once that line disappears, you know you got coverage. So every time I put a coat on this fender, I'll put a coat on that card. One coat, don't double pass it just to cheat and get it covered. I'll spray this about 26 psi. And I'm pretty sure one coat is going to put coverage on this fender. Let's see if I'm right. I'm going to try and get this lower stuff first. flash about 15 minutes and I'll bring you guys back. Alright guys, I apologize for the noise, but I do have the torpedo heater running in the background supplementing my heat. Basically, the way this shop is set up, it cross flows. I have fresh air coming down that hall through an open door and the heater is forcing it through. And then down that back is a very large exhaust fan with booth filters in it, very similar to the filters in that little prep station right there. But at any rate, I just wanted to show you this real quick. This is coat number 1, and this thing is covered. It's almost slashed off, so I'll go ahead and hit it with one more coat, and then we'll peel this paper off, and I'll do a blend and effect coat coming out into the door and the top of the hood. So I'll bring you back when this is slashed off and we're ready to pound the second coat on. Alright, I've got that first coat on here, and looks like it's hidden. My spray off card tells me different though. You can still see the black line in the center, so we're going to go for another coat on it for hiding, just in case. I think we're good. It's already jammed around the back here, so I'm not worried about that not having coverage, but you never know. Seems to be ready to go. Got coverage, had hopefully ample time to flash off. It's probably had 25 or 30 minutes. It's 80 degrees in here, but the floor is real cold. I pulled the paper off the hood and the door. We're going to start this blend. I've got my Plus Devilbiss gun here. I'm going to shoot, this is the blending agent, which is basically a clear base coat, about 27 psi, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray that clear, and what it's going to do is cover up my scuffing scratches, and I'll probably spray that to the midpoint of the door and probably about 18 inches or a little farther out on the hood, and all it is a clear base. And then I'm going to take the color, I'm going to go over my fender and just drift a little bit into the hood and the fender. just saw me do was turn the air pressure down on the gun and back up to kind of let that metallic do its thing. And put one more little coat over it and kind of crisscross my blend into the door. We'll let that flash and make sure we don't have any metallic standing up. She's nice and shiny. Now, I am a guy of full disclosure, and you guys watched and laughed your asses off when I did it, and I don't know if I bumped it or I had water come out of my airline, which I shouldn't have, or if I got a little bit on it from the floor. I did wet the floor. You know, that's an argument for not wetting the floor, but I got just a little, there was a drop on it, and I picked it up with a towel, dusted some base coat to cover the little spot, and ended up putting 3 coats of clear on it. You guys didn't see the second coat, I don't think, because I know I'm going to have to sand it. And in doing so, this floor is 55 degrees. It's cold. It's 90 in here. That car is so close to the floor. I don't know if you guys can even see that. We'll zoom in, see if we can aggravate this thing. Yeah, it doesn't want to focus. It's 88 degrees in here. So, in an effort to fully disclose, because I'm an equal opportunity kind of guy, you guys, I'm sure you can see the run. Right in there, it starts, I mushed it out with my finger. It starts there, and it goes about 10 inches that way. So I got like a curtain coming down. By the time I noticed it, it was too late to run it off the bottom of the door. And what I did, and I always do this, this is my guilty pleasure when I clear coat. I have a hard time seeing the bottom of the doors because it's dark in here, and I made a double pass on my second coat of clear on this thing, or third coat, I think. And yeah, so that's what you get. It's hard to tell inside till we get it outside, but I can't see my blend, which I kind of like. So the other thing is the trash man found me in here. There's specks all over the place, especially in the top of the fender and the top of the door. The sides of it look okay. Hood looks okay too. I don't see any major garbage in it. It's got to be buffed anyway, but you know, I got a little speckaroonie there and a couple other ones in it, but neither here nor there. But it's nice and shiny, and we like that kind. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and maybe you learned something. Maybe you don't like what I do, but you watched it. So enjoy your day. See you, folks.